Thank you for visiting the Coin Lady channel again. Regarding the suspicious activity surrounding the beginning and early years, particularly individuals associated with Ethereum, the XRP community has consistently proven correct. Take a look at this headline from Chain Detective: Connections to the 2016 Gatecoin hack and their foundational theories. The issue at hand is whether Vitalik Buterin was personally involved in this assault. So, everything related to ETHgate is clear to us now, isn't it? To set the scene for this video, I need not even mention any of that. To put it mildly, there were a lot of advantageous circumstances put up for everyone involved with the early days of ETH, and I'm going to presume that everyone in the XRP community is aware of that. And you all are familiar with the Joe Lubin affair and its coordination with the SEC, aren't you? Alright then, assuming this is accurate, by the way, this is not some conspiracy theory, there is a rationale behind its extensive circulation, and not only inside the XRP community. No, it is not. The conspiracy theory claptrap isn't for me. I can't tell you who was involved in what, but I can give you the information because this seems to have some legs. This is based on actual data from the real world, my goodness. Plus, it's an alarm, and you're going to be utterly captivated by this. This further supports the opinions held by many members of the XRP community for quite some time. It just doesn't smell right. This is not a good appearance. When it comes to this, we are not incorrect. In example after example, we simply keep encountering content created by these individuals. However, I must state up front that I am not from a financial background in any way. My counsel has nothing to do with money. Furthermore, you ought not to make any financial transactions based on my recommendations, will we? Making movies on YouTube regarding cryptocurrency is something I like doing for fun and as a pastime. I'm just an enthusiast. Stephen Nari, whose name I'm assuming you all know because Vitalik Buterin and others threw him under the bus, has written an article for our blog. The claims levied against him by the Federal Bureau are baseless. He triumphed against that in the end. The article I'm going to share with you was actually shared by him. Plus, all he did was write the font. Before I get into the story itself, there are a couple things I wanted to tell you. His words are as follows. Truth Labs at Boring Sleuth on X found this item while the walls are closing in on Boring Sleuth. By exposing the Ethereum Foundation's role in the 2016 Gatecoin exchange attack, a tedious sleuth is unsettling crypto to its core. The scandal he swaps out for is in 2015. I had a 3-hour discussion with Vitalik Buterin about the foundation's financial problems, and he apologizes for implying that current controversy is related to those issues. We cannot afford to conceal or disregard these revelations, they are of paramount importance. And that's not accurate either. There's the daring assertion that, as a consequence of the Ethereum Foundation's near collapse, its hackers went on a rampage. They chose the evil path, therefore. Do you agree that these are the claims? I believe everyone is normal, at least, that's how it seems in this post, by my fellow XRP YouTuber Crypto Eddie. She was just as amazed and taken aback by it as I am. This is what she wrote last night, as a result. Plus, she was the one who started the conversation on everything I'm going to tell you. 2 receipts, and then some more receipts, are what she wrote. Oh no. I was taking a moment to reflect on your statement because it is supported by real data that is associated with real accounts. Yay, blockchain is open to the public, isn't it? I am astounded. Imagine it, 8 years from now. At this point, we're discussing crypto, but he also mentions that it's long overdue. If Congressman Tom Emmer, Patrick McHenry, and Warren Davidson do not conduct a thorough inquiry into the matter, decentralized justice will permanently tarnish their reputations. Golf clap for cryptocurrency, keep barking like a dog in a junkyard, and you'll be dead on. Due to the existence of real-world evidence, this should be investigated. I don't mean to imply that we have all the answers, but holy cow, this is embarrassing. The enormity of these charges and their widespread circulation, not only in the XRP community, have resulted in a significant lack of response from these individuals. This article, in fact, I intend to read cover to cover right this second. Yours faithfully, Bitcoinist, Bitcoin.com. The public can see it, yet it isn't private. Assuming this is true is all we're doing. At the very least, someone took action. Once again, all it does is confirm our worst suspicions about the individuals involved in this nonsense. Once more, the article headed On-Chain Sleuth Ties of Ethereum Foundation to 2016 Gatecoin Hack returns to the subject. A forensic analyst from Truth Labs, going by the handle @BoringSleuth, has leveled serious accusations against the Ethereum Foundation in a lengthy post on the social networking platform X on-chain. The thread has the backing of former Ethereum advisor Steven Narioff. The Ethereum Foundation was allegedly involved in the 2016 massive Gatecoin hack and the events leading up to the notorious DAO hack, as shown by Truth Labs' analysis of linked transactions. The exhibition de X revolved around a string of Ethereum wallet addresses that were intricately tied to transactions that could be meticulously tracked back to the seconds before the hack. It all starts with a daring statement from Truth Labs, proof quote, proving that the Ethereum Foundation was involved in the Gatecoin hack in 2016, before the DAO exploit end quote, which sets the stage for a story that reveals a tangled web of deals, alliances, and possibly implicating relationships. Here, he isn't exactly skirting the issue. The task was completed by him. As a result, he is making a forceful and thoroughly vetted statement. So far, I haven't found any evidence that challenges the assertions made by Truth Labs. Truth Labs posted the following, tagging Vitalik, Buterin Buterin, and the Ethereum Foundation as the accounts involved. They went on to ask Vitalik Buterin, who is part of the Ethereum Foundation, and Joe Lubin, who was involved in the 2016 hack of the Gatecoin exchange, whether they had funded the hacker's wallet with gas before the exploit, and so on. Would someone else step in if you didn't? Nobody is talking, and it's scary. A special thread has been crafted for you. Also, I will not be reading the entire topic. I simply wanted to share this Bitcoinist post with you since it sums it up so well, and I just want to get the message out there, even though it does get into the nitty-gritty. Proceed to the following section if you would like more details. Plus, you can examine anything at your leisure by clicking on any of the addresses provided. So, to continue with the story, the hack on Gatecoin happened between May 9th and May 12th, 2016, during a very unstable time for the cryptocurrency market. This was right before the DAO token sale began, and after Ethereum is thought to have had a direct hand in the hack, with one address in particular being the focus of Truth Labs' investigation into the on-chain actions connected with this occurrence. I read the article before I taped this, just so you know. And I was only considering the most effective method of distinguishing between the two accounts. It also became somewhat complicated. So, I'll simply read the short FORM address here. I realize it won't be as easy to grasp if you're listening. Looking at the screen here will be helpful in this specific case. It did become complicated as I began to think of alternative methods to accomplish it, so please forgive me if I have trouble keeping track of it while I read it. Because of its actions leading up to the HEC, one address, 0x134280, became a focal point. On May 9, 2016, this wallet received 1.6 Ether from another wallet, 0x8266, so I figured, okay, I'll just read it as is. Of course, this is just a small excerpt. In their investigation on 0x8266, Truth Labs notes its developing activities, which include the creation of 10 separate contracts, as well as its origins and transactions. Wallet 0x556b, another development-centric address, was found to be closely related to the wallets through their interactions. This address was involved in producing tokens that match the infrastructure of the DAO and putting up 9 contracts. Quote, in fact, 0x556b even launched 2 tokens, Tau Kobe and Tau Dollar, in December 2015. Token contracts for the DAO weren't established until June 2016. Developer 0x556b was obviously tasked with creating contracts analogous to the ones DAO had. 0x556 was allegedly the last wallet to send gas funds to the hackers' 0x8266 wallet when they required them. This wallet was initially sponsored by the Ethereum Foundation's main wallet and was later launched in quotation by the researcher. Actually, before the Gate coin, they were the only ones to ever receive ETH from the Ethereum Foundation. Thank you very much. That is absolutely shocking. Paying for a hacker's wallet. There must be some logical reason for it, so why don't you just show up? Could you kindly do that, Vitalik Buterin and Joe Lubin? For the simple reason that the assertions surrounding the relative quiet were so substantial that they were making the rounds on crypto Twitter and, by extension, the whole cryptocurrency community. You must be aware of this. It is simply astounding how famous it is. And you have remained silent. Given your lack of guilt. It ought to be simple to clarify what transpired, right? It's unflattering. The story goes on. The source of the funds for Wallet 0x556b is the central point of the accusation. According to Truth Labs, the Ethereum Foundation's main wallet was the initial funder of the 0x8266 wallet that the hackers used to send gas money, making it clear that the Ethereum Foundation is funding the Gatecoin hackers. This finding is corroborated by the forensic map that follows the money and contract contacts that started with the Ethereum Foundation and ended with the individuals responsible for the Gatecoin hack. And if you're interested in taking a look, it's right there on your screen. As Truth Labs starts to hypothesize on the possible motivation behind the Ethereum Foundation's claimed involvement, the narrative develops. Referenced here are September 2015 financial projections. The on-chain detective work implies that the foundation may have been in the midst of a severe financial crisis, with projections indicating that they would run out of money by June 2016. The Ethereum Foundation might have gone on a hacking rampage around the time of the Gatecoin and DAO attack, quote, since they were about to collapse. According to the study, they predicted that they would be unable to pay their bills at the same time that the Gatecoin and DAO exploited the quote. Everything involving the Ethereum Foundation, the early days of metallic beer, and all this stuff is just a humorous coincidence, since there are always amusing coincidences. That's the last one. Looks like it's just another random coincidence, doesn't it? Then they need to explain why if it is. If that weren't the case, something seems rather off about this, wouldn't it? Yeah. Permit me to proceed. The gravity of these claims were emphasized by Steven Narioff in his supplementary statement. Not to mention the critical nature of the parties involved responding immediately. The Unchained material by Boring Sleuth is either correct or incorrect, he says, quoting Vitalik Buterin and Joseph Lubin. Given the seriousness of these accusations, remaining silent can only be seen as an admission of guilt. Truth Labs shares this view and calls on the crypto community to check the results for themselves and help uncover the truth. No one from the Ethereum Foundation camp, including Vitalik Buterin, has addressed the accusations as of yet. However, the critics are not going away just because Buterin and Lubin are remaining silent. Absolutely correct. People, what are your thoughts on this? Is it possible that something is here? When smoke appears, does it mean there's fire? I'm simply informing you that, given everything that has come to light about the East Gate and the Shade Enos, there is this that, if true, would surprise no one. Personally, I would not be astonished in the slightest if this were to come to pass. Okay, if there's a valid reason. For the simple reason that I tend to give the opposing side the benefit of the doubt if they can provide a reasonable explanation. Because of their quiet and all the East Gate crap, and because we know their prior behaviors from these specific folks, I may not be coming off as very sympathetic right now. Therefore, they may come out today and put a stop to this. If it's not complicated, they can proceed immediately. However, sufficient time has elapsed. I mean, seriously? We in the XRP community were once again correct, and now the rest of the cryptocurrency market is following suit. Just so you know, I'm not a financial counselor. You shouldn't base your investments on what I say. It would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe to my channel and like it. Goodbye, see you later. To the hack on DAO, the official statement from Gitcoins revealed that they had lost 185,000 Ethereum. A mind-boggling sum, now worth more than $460 million, came out of their pockets.